Hey, my name is Jake Story, and I'm going to be creating a video tonight for my senses module assessment. I'm going to go over 3 of the 5 senses. I'll be going over touch, sight, and hearing. I'm going to go over functions of each of these senses, different organs in the senses, diseases and disorders, how they maintain homeostasis, and how they relate to real life. Um, yeah, and so that's it. So, like I said, the first one I'm going to be doing is touch. And functions of touch are to help you to feel objects around you and to help to interpret different emotions such as pain, like hot or cold, so you can feel those, and also pleasure, good feelings. So the major organ that's involved with the touch is the largest organ in the human body, which is skin. And the skin contains nerve cells that allow you to feel things, and hair follicles as well that also help out with that. And then how does it relate to real life? Well, without touch, you really wouldn't be able to pick up anything, drive a car, use a cell phone, anything like that. We wouldn't be able to tell if we've been cut, if our skin was hot or cold, if we'd been burnt, or if our skin was freezing. We wouldn't be able to know that. And wouldn't know if we've been hurt, like if we've fallen and been bruised, we wouldn't know if we were hurt. So, and you really wouldn't know if you need care or not. So it's very important there. One major disorder for the sense of touch is tactile defensiveness. This is the most common sense of touch, and it's when you just can't really feel anything you touch. And really, any kind of spinal injury that causes nerve damage will also hurt this sense. And then how it relates to homeostasis. This sense helps pick up pain, like heat or cold, and it transmits a signal to the brain after it feels this, and the body responds to itself. So yeah, that's touch. And then the next one I'm going to do is sight. Sight is another really important one, and it helps you to see objects, interpret colors, shapes, and sizes of these objects, and it also helps with your peripheral vision and depth perception, night vision, things like that. It helps you be able to see in the light and the dark and stuff. And of course, the major organs with the sense of sight is your eye, and there's different parts in your eye. Also, the brain is a major organ, like any other sense we're going to go over, because your eye is going to see these images in the light, and then it transmits it to the brain, so the brain knows what that image is. One part of the eye is the cornea, which is the outer covering of the center of the eye, and is one of the main elements, and it works to reflect light. The pupils are the center black part of the eye that work to limit how much light enters the eye, so that like too much light doesn't enter your eye and damages your retina or anything like that. And then the iris is the part of the eye that reduces strong light and enables us to see when it is bright. So because of the iris, when you walk into a bright room, or when you walk outside, or if anytime it's sunny, like if it's sunny and it's snowy and it's like just like really bright outside, you'll be able to see thanks to your iris. And the retina, it consists of rods and cones, and the cone cells are sensitive to color, and the rods are sensitive to light, and these cells are responsible for peripheral and night vision. And the sclera is the white part of the eye, which pretty much just gives strength and provides protection for your eye. And the optic nerve is the part of the eye that connects the eye to the brain, so that we know what we're seeing, and it helps us. And this is what helps us to see three-dimensionally, because the brain gets messages from both eyes and helps us to see three-dimensional objects. How does this relate to real life? Well, we use this sense every day. It gives us the ability to see the things around us, so that we know about them, and it also helps us to navigate around the world. We wouldn't be able to get around in the world without ourselves, without help from someone else, and we'd bump into things, and we wouldn't be able to even pick anything up on our own without this sense. Several disorders for this would be bulging eyes, which is a disease where the eyes protrude from the eye socket. Can affect your full vision, obviously, and also causes a lot of pain. And cataracts is a form of eye disease where the lens become opaque and vision mists over. And then color blindness is not full blindness, but just where you simply can't distinguish between different colors. Usually people that are colorblind can see certain colors, and those are the only ones, and some just can't see color at all. And then crossed eyes, this is where your eyes are not align on the same page, and it causes you to be disorientated or have double vision. And how does this relate to homeostasis? Well, our eyes adjust to light, and without this we wouldn't be able to see things in different amounts of light, like dark and brightness. Then the last sense I'm going to go over is the sense of hearing. It functions to hear and interpret sounds, and also, what a lot of people don't know is this is the sense that's in control of equilibrium and helps you keep your balance. Major organ is obviously the ear, and it's divided into three parts: the inner, outer, and middle ear. And the outer ear consists of the pinna, which is the outermost of the ear that is connected to the auditory canal and leads to the eardrum. The functions of this is to collect sound and perform spectral transformations to incoming sounds, and then the sounds will transmit to the middle ear, which consists of the eardrum, stirrup, anvil, and hammer. And the eardrum carries sound waves to the middle through vibrations, so it'll send it to the stirrup, anvil, and hammer, which all three perform the same function primarily, and that's to transmit sounds from the eardrum to the inner ear. And the inner ear consists of the cochlea and the semicircular canals. And the cochlea is a spiral shape and transforms sound into nerve impulses that travel to the brain. So that's like how you hear the sound and then know what that sound is, and that's how it just processes through you. And then the eustachian tube is this drains fluid from the middle ear into the throat and behind the nose. How does this sense relate to real life? Well, we use it to communicate with people daily. Without this, we wouldn't be able to communicate at all except through sign language, but we wouldn't be able to communicate as we know how, and we would also lose balance, so you couldn't walk or anything like that because you wouldn't be able to keep your balance. And that's just really something that's kind of secretive about this sense that makes it really important, at least to me. Disorders, conductive hearing loss is when sound is not being transmitted through the middle ear, experience a reduction of hearing, and obviously just deafness. This is where you can't just interpret any sounds at all. And how does this relate to homeostasis? Without this, we wouldn't be able to walk. Because we would have no balance, and also we wouldn't be able to respond to things we hear, and so we would know less about them. I picked these touch, sight, and hearing because I feel like they're the most important to me. I feel like they're the ones that give us the most, I guess, feedback about the world and the surrounding world around us, so that that's how we know about these things, is because we see them, we hear them, and we can touch them. That's how we know the most about them. That's how we can gather so much information from them. And that's all I have for today. Thanks.